Oh, hello there. Have you been waiting long? No? Well, that's good. It has been a while since I've seen you here, though. Welcome back to AlphaCraft. And not a lot has changed. I have not really been playing very much, but I guess I should use this time to tell you what we're going to be doing today. As you can see behind me, I've been hard at work on our little mini-game. And if you don't remember what this is, a couple episodes back I do describe what we're doing here and how it all works, so you can kind of catch up through that. But a lot of things have changed with this, and today they're going to change even more, because one of the main things that I would love to do in today's episode is finish the arena. And I have got such a cool design for this, I cannot wait for it to actually happen and be here, and it's going to look amazing. But one of the things I really kind of want to show you is this. I have been doing redstone. I'm not very good at redstone. However, building all of these contraptions around this minigame has actually given me a lot of skills that I didn't know I was ever going to use. But these 4 beacons. These 4 beacons indeed. I have spent so long trying to get this to work, and it still doesn't work. Let's get that out of the way to start with. It still doesn't work, but it's really cool. I wanted a Formula 1 type, 5 lights, and away we go onto the race. I've got 4 beacons. Unfortunately, the first 2 activate at the same time. I don't know why. I can show you all of the redstone. Now, you're going to look at this and go, why on earth have you done it this way? There is such an easier way of doing it. Well, this is my way of doing it. Alpha Star redstone does not make sense, but it works somehow. But what does it do, you ask? Well, let's press the button and find out. Look at that! It does the thing! It does everything! So you press the button, and the lights go on, waits a few seconds, and green! And the barrier comes down for everyone to start the race. There is a lot more redstone that's going to be incorporated into this. In the little room somewhere, there's going to be a big... There's a lot more. There's a lot more to do with this, and I'm really trying to get this done now. And that is because we are not really sure how long this season is going to go on for. I have got a lot of projects in the works, and what I want to do is try and finish as many of those projects as I can. The main one being this mini game. What is this over here? I did a little trick on somebody with the soul sand with the wither heads I did in the other episode, but somebody has replaced the wither heads for bunny heads, and that's a very frightened buddy bond. I love that. That is amazing. Does this eventually, if I remove this torch, does this spawn a bunny wither? What would a bunny bond wither be? What would it look like? What would it do? Anyway, back to the base, so we can have a bit of a talk about what's going to happen over there. So in the last couple of episodes, we've been working mainly on this section of the village, which is on the other side of this main large building in the middle. And I love everything that is over there. And I invited some of the alphas to come along and build something here as well. So, our first resident inside our village is the Marky Sparky Trading Company. And he's taken this building on and made it his own, and it looks so cool. I absolutely love what he's done with it. And it works. It fits in with everything in the village. And yeah, Marky, fantastic job. I absolutely love this. But as I was mentioning before, we want to be finishing up projects instead of starting any more. And this village is one of those projects. You see, one of the things I started doing in this season when I started on AlphaCraft was I wanted to build an interactive mini-game inside this game. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Well, It has taken a lot longer to do things than I had originally planned for, and I forgot how long it takes to do things. Long story short, I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in the timescale that we might have. We don't know as a group when this is all coming to an end on this season. But at some point, the season will end, and we don't know when that's going to be, so I need to finish up a couple things that I started. But before we finish up any projects, I need to go and start something else. And in order to start this new little project, we need to make our way into the end, where there is a small competition lined up for Easter. I think my skin is very Eastery. I don't care what anyone says. I think it works. But if we just make our way over here, we should find the entrance to this mini competition. And I have been told there is a bridge that I can make my way along instead of having to fly over. I've been on this server now for just over a year, and that entire time I still have not used an elytra. How much longer do you think I can go? I'm fairly confident I can go to the end of this season. I think this is the right way. These signs must tell us what... Finding yourself in need of wings? I wonder who this could be. Stop on by in-flight entertainment today. Special deals available for first-time flight suit users. Is this Gragor? Shop at GG. Yeah, it's Gragor. Of course it's Gragor. The forceful advertising really making me miss my wings. So it may look like just a very large platform with a bunch of glass and slabs. It's a picture. It's an upside down picture. So the idea is it's a colouring competition, and we have got to colour in this picture like, you know, the like children's colouring books. You've got to paint each little section. Sometimes they give you a number, so like that'll be number 4, that'll be number 4, and that'll be number 4, which indicates that they're all green, so you've got to paint those all green. But this one doesn't have numbers, and this one doesn't have any particular colour combination, which has given me a little bit of an idea. Typically when you build something like this, or you do map art, you build it while looking at the map, so you know what you're doing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to colour this in, completely blind, without knowing what it looks like, until the very end. And in fact, I might not even look at it. I might just submit it without looking what it's actually turned out to look like. And apparently, it takes a good few hours to place all the blocks. But don't worry, for you, time will pass like a wormhole. Is that how wormholes work? No, time doesn't change differently, only space. Time will move like a fast thing in time. In other words, we're going to speed things up and do a time lapse, so you don't have to sit here for 4 hours. Let's go! Well, I have finished finally. It took so many hours to do this. So many hours. And you know more than me. Does it look good? I've not seen this from above yet. I've got my map in my hand. I'm gonna have a look. Oh, actually, it's not turned out that bad. It's not turned out bad at all. I wanted to go for the AlphaCraft colours around the eggs, and that's succeeded in that. They look really good, although they don't really match, especially on the top right egg. There's a few very strange bits going on. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there really. And for some reason I decided that it's going to turn into a chaos chicken duck. Chicken? Duck? It's definitely a chicken, right? Easter eggs are chicken eggs? Easter eggs are chocolate egg? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a chaos chicken with all of it on fire and erupting through the hatched egg. I like this. This has turned out quite good. Rename the locked map with your name and time played from the player stats. Time played? Why on earth do you need to know that? Well, okay, I guess we'll just do it. Time played 12 days and 4.4. 12.04. And now we have to run all the way back to the shopping district to submit this. I just thought of a much faster way to get back to the shopping district than running all the way back. Put everything inside our chest and off we go. Goodbye! And like magic, we're back in the shops. Now I need all my stuff. Clean up the carpets, return them to the chair. Yeah, we'll do that another time because right now I've got so many other things I need to do. And there's another platform for someone to use. So it's all fine. Place your book in the locked, encourage others to participate, and wait for your judging. Sounds slightly ominous. Wait for your judging. And we put that in there, and it's gone. I'm going to assume that there's some redstone going on in there. I hope so. I spent 9 diamonds on that. The next thing that we need to get on with today is this. Who's killed a wandering trader? Who's done this? You murderers. But before we do anything, I really want to show you something. I've been doing other random bits every now and then of this place. I've made a water elevator under there for reasons which will become very apparent very soon. I've just realised I haven't... I've not wired this up to a button. Huh? Hello? Hello? Oh, you're in here. Hello. This will eventually be set up on a button. Shut up. And this is... Okay, you're going to get annoying. So what I've done is... I haven't seen this before, but I am sure that it exists out there. So the idea is you jump down and you've got to get through this kind of doorway down here, which takes you into the underground section of the game. Here is another trap activated by these buttons, which completely block off the water stream. And eventually the ice will melt because of all the torches and it's at daylight. It still works at nighttime as well. And then you could do the same over here. So you could have 2 different modes on this one. You could have... Oh, hello. You could have 2 different modes of this one. You could have it super hard where it blocks both sides. And if you... Or you could just have it so you can do either side. So you can jump down. You could take full damage. I need to make that a bit higher so that this will remove most of your hearts due to full damage. And then under here, we'll go into the underground section of the game, which will be very similar. There's a lot of different styles of traps, which I really want to do down here, which I think I'm going to do on stream. Most of what I've built, in fact, everything of what I've built up there has been done on stream. Thanks to you guys, you who have actually taught me all this redstone purely through chat. So the chat on stream has taught me how to do all this redstone, which I find absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for that. But the next thing we need to get on with is this arena. And finally, it is time to get on and build it. I have been looking forward to this so much. I've got some supplies down here. I am ready. I've finalized the design. It's a fairly basic design, but it has a twist. You won't understand right now, but you will very soon once it's all built. I think I'm going to build the walls as they should be and then decorate the walls afterwards to what we're going to do. But if you want a hint of what the idea is, if you count every gap in between these pillars, the amount of gaps adds up to the amount of AlphaCraft players. So what do you think the secret little decoration's going to be? Well, you're going to find out very soon, because it's time to get building. So let's speed things up and let's build!
love me, I'll wake up.
And slow things down again, and we have finally got some sort of arena. Is that what you call this? Is it an arena? It's a wall. That's what it is. It's just a wall. However, as you can see, what I have incorporated into this wall is the face of the alphas. And as I said before, each archway in this wall will be filled with a different face of an alpha. There is a lot more decoration to go on this. There's a lot more stuff to do. A lot of it is kind of small, very minor adjustments. I need to go and have a think about a few other little bits of design that I kind of want to do. But for now, this will work. I like this. The color scheme works really well, and I've actually been able to use the new pale oak. Finally, I've been trying to find a way of using pale oak in this game, and I've finally done it. But before we go any further, I need to show you something that happened yesterday while I was building. I'm halfway through building, and I've just returned to my base for some more supplies, and I've now got axolotls and water, and what's going on in here? Look at the mini-map on the right! There's so many axolotls! What is going on? Hello? Why? Why is there so many? Oh, I don't understand. Oh God, what was that? No! Is that a pufferfish? My own base has been trapped. Okay, right. I don't know where it's safe. The bridge. The bridge is safe. There's a lot. I heard it. I heard the pufferfish. Where is it? Why is there so many axolotls in my path? Future site of the GGG Elytra Shop franchise? Excuse me? I don't think we'll be allowing that here. Ah, there's more! It actually scares me. Well, it's not safe here anymore. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going. I've invited all the alphas over here, and if it's too dangerous for people, this is just going to be a lawsuit waiting to happen. Area not safe. Turn around now. I think that should do it. That should stop people coming in here. I didn't even get the supplies I needed to get. I don't know where all the pufferfish are. Ah, there's one there. What do? I don't know what to do. Oh no. Okay, well, back to the game district to build the rest of the arena. So yeah, things are happening, and I'm not entirely sure who is to blame for the infestation of axolotls and pufferfish in my village. But I guarantee you, we will get to the bottom of this. We will find out who is responsible, and we will have our revenge. But that's all going to happen in the next episode. Which means that's going to about do it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think. I love this bunny. I love the bunny heads on here. It's so good. Let me know what you think of this little arena wall. Is there anything else I can add to it to make it look a little bit better? I know it's a bit simplistic, but that's kind of what I was going for. I will see you in the next episode. But until then, bye-bye.